Alright, let's start it. Yeah, so.
A beautiful evening. How are you doing today? I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're having a great time and enjoying the best of this festive and period. Happy New Year in advance and welcome to Remsa Again Channel Show. My name is Remy Aguilera. With me today is a beautiful, gorgeous, and impeccable guest and goes by the name Christy. Christy, good evening to you.
Good evening, and it's good to be here. Hello viewers, I hope you're doing great. Happy New Year in advance. And it's good to be here.
Alright, so this so beautiful. Your bluish gown is so wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, and this popular thing about a new resolution. Now, some of us, when they get into a year or something, they say, okay, I want to do this, I want to make some plans, I want to set some goals like that. What's your take about the whole concept or the whole precept or principle of a New Year resolution here?
Well, having a resolution is a great thing. I mean, it's a decision to make some changes in your life. Maybe you are used to doing something you feel that it's not helping you, and you want to make, some changes that will impact your life going forward. But why that is a great idea, I think most people overrate resolutions. It's not just about waking up in the morning and saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's about changing habits, things that took you years to cultivate. A habit, probably something you don't like about yourself, or an improvement you want to make in some area of your life. You can't just wake up in the morning one day and say, I am changing this. Yes, why that idea is good, I think what you should focus on is taking steps, making small steps that will cause the change that you're looking for. You can't just say, I want to stop. For instance, I want to start reading one book a week. If you've not been reading for a long time, you may want to say, I want to read one chapter a day. So you are taking incremental steps into building the kind of habits that you want. So while New Year resolutions are fine, I think you should plan towards how to execute those resolutions. Because I tell you what, many people wake up and say, I'll stop doing this, I'll stop doing that, I'm going to start doing this. And it's barely 2 weeks into the new year, everyone is back to where they're going. So it's about habits, about the programming, it's about what's been running in the background. You want to first of all identify those habits, those programmings that took you maybe months or years to cultivate, and see how best to disrupt those habits, and then you can now begin to create new ones. One thing about habits is that you have to be consistent in taking an action so that you can create new synapses in your brain that will disrupt the old programming so that a new one can be created. So you can give yourself 90 days, for instance, and within 90 days you can disrupt an old habit and create a new one. So my advice would be to identify the goals you want to create, the habits, the new habits you want to build, and then plan on how to disrupt those old habits through consistent and incremental activities or steps that will help you, begin to see the changes that you require. And please give yourself time. Things don't happen over time. Just like the old habits you have took time to develop, it's also going to take time for you to develop the new habits. So you have to be consistent, you have to be disciplined, you have to, of course, celebrate yourself. Whether it's a big win for you or small win, celebrate yourself. Because when you celebrate yourself, then you are encouraging yourself to keep taking those steps. For instance, if you want to keep fit and you want to be in shape and get yourself trained, you can give yourself 30 minutes every day or 30 minutes every other day. And just to be in that action. And then before you know it, you can increase it. You can say, okay, now I can go 30 minutes every day, or I can go 1 hour every day. So it's about taking small steps that are consistent, in such a way that you now grow into the new habit while disrupting the old habit. So while making your New Year resolutions, make plans also to see to it that your plans eventually materialize. The goals you're seeking out for, the new habits you want to create, eventually materialize. So that would be my advice.
Right, that's nice. That's so logical and that's so interesting. And that's so makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So new resolution, yes, something you do every year, but like you said, Christy, you have to plan, and not just plan, you have to execute that kind of goal. Yeah. Many of us we have plans, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to eat the gym, I want to read that book, I want to do some things very, very meaningful. But at the end of the day, we don't end up doing that because we don't plan very well. And take it bit by bit, not just rushing or having too many plans, but like chock a block, a kind of a plan. Yeah. Bit by bit, step by step, take it a day, one day after a time, and I'm sure all the plans are going to be actualized. Yes. So it's New Year resolution. It's not something bad, but it's about executing those plans and actions. Yeah, not just talking about it, writing it down. Yeah, writing it down is very good. Gives you that guideline or that principle to follow. But the major thing is executing and doing it bit by bit, so our goals can be accomplished. Yeah, so happy New Year in advance, viewers. I'm sure you enjoy the best of the holidays and wish you very prosperous and fantabulous year to come, year 2024. So, Christy, what's the last word for the viewers here?
Those goals you are looking for are in the actions you're able to take. So, if you take the actions, you get the goals. But like I said, you have to be consistent and then define what your consistency is. If it doesn't work for you every other day can work, depending on what you're trying to achieve. If it's fitness, for instance, if you're trying to, cultivate the habit of reading books or getting into self-development, or you're trying to expand your business, for instance, or you're trying to learn a new skill. So define what your consistency is, stick to it, be disciplined. Of course, get friends who are also going in the direction of where you're going, because at the end of the day, you need people to help you in the line of where you're going. So make sure you are always in the midst of those who are headed where you're headed. And I tell you what, 2024 will be your best year.
Yes, that's all. That's just said everything. It's going to be our best year. By God grace, and like I said, be disciplined, be consistent, have friends that align with your plans, and always try to execute, not just planning and writing down goals, but executing, have friends that share your goal, that share the same belief with you, so you can actually actualize in that goal. Yeah, we'll come to the end of the New Year's resolution kind of a talk. Which there every time we're just trying to be different and distinctive in our approach of discussing your resolution today. So let's to catch up again same time on Remsa channel next year by God's grace. Have a wonderful time and happy New Year in advance. My name is Remy and I have a wonderful guest today called
Christy.
Right, bye for now.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah.